All right, quick follow-up video. I'm going to be putting the Tonexes back on. I'm using the third stage of the Revenue 3. That's why it's called third stage. And the DR80 third stage from Tone Shepherd. I just loaded those same exact amps, third stage, on the Tonexes so we can do a more legit back-to-back. Are you ready? Also, I'll say that I did have the noise gate on Sunday, and I noticed it was cutting out a little bit. I had it a low setting, and then I took it even lower, and then I don't think the settings were even. And so some people said that they thought the polarity was reversed or some sort of stereo imaging going on with these. Everything was exactly the same. This is the polarity reversed. Back to normal. So they were definitely right. Meaning they were definitely correct. And on Sunday, what I ended up doing was putting this on with this little hump right here just to give a little bit more clarity, because I was doing that with the Tonexes as well. Sometimes I'll turn on, turn off. I want to just like be in the mix. Just a little post EQ. Kind of adds a little bit of presence. All right, let's switch them. All right, Tonex time. I believe this is the, I don't know, it doesn't matter. They're one of each. All right, what'd you think? Did that sound a little closer? Did that help at all? I think some people mentioned like putting an IR in this and running the amp only into it and putting an IR in there and running the amp only in the Tonex. I don't have time to do that right now. Maybe one day, but I got stuff to do. So hopefully that test was a little more helpful for you to make a decision. Ultimately, at the end of the day, this is half the price. Effects are... They have trails. You can turn the reverb on and off with the MIDI controller. I'm going to be covering that in a future video right around the corner with the new Morningstar MC8 Pro. I'm excited to see what maybe at least one. I think you can control two Valeton GP5s when you get a hub, like a MIDI, USB MIDI hub. So we're going to try all that. So make sure you subscribe. Hopefully that was helpful for you. Let me know what else you want to see. This is fun for me to kind of just discover what's next as I'm figuring out this pedal board. And right now I'm about to put a brand new pedal on here. You'll have to wait for another video on this. Look at this beauty. Look at this. That is gorgeous. I hope it sounds as good as it looks. This is by Jubilee Custom Shop. I'm excited. They on their Instagram, which you can look them up. On their Instagram, they have like pedals that they put inside old phones and old unique looking things. So I'm excited about that. So all that to say, make sure you subscribe if you want to support the channel, and don't buy stuff you don't need. And if you are in the market for either the Tonex or the Valeton GP5, I will link those down below. Those are just Amazon links. Help support the channel. Help me keep making content that's helpful for you. Thank you guys for watching, for all the support. Love you guys. See you in the next video.